Hi everybody, welcome back to another drawn tutorial. So today I'm going to be doing Zeldris from 7 Deadly Sins. So let's get right in. We'll start with his eye, right eye. And we're going to start just middle of our page, and he's frowning, so we're going to do his eyebrows first. Kind of like a Dragon Ball style character, so 2 eyebrows that come up each side. So we just draw a line straight down like so. Then we'll bring like a tick style line all the way up to there. And then we'll do the top of it, so it goes this way. And of course all in there is dark. Do the same on the other side. So like this. Kind of like a mirror image. 2 ticks, like so, like that, and then it's dark in there as well. Now, so he has an iris that's pure black because he's a demon, so we'll do just a line down here, and then it meets his bottom eyelid here, so it comes across, kind of looks like a letter L, and then this is going to come up around like so, dark black inside as well, or sort of dark black with some red depending on how you want to color it, like manga style or anime style. So you could do the red in there if you wanted, or you could go all the way black. And then we have the side of his eye just here, a curved line down like so. And then a tiny little bit on the other side, just in there. So they don't join up. And then we go over and do the same on the other side. So we'll do a backwards L, like that. And then this will curve up the other side. And then we'll colour it in dark. Now we have those lines for the side of his eye, like so, and then another one in here, like that. 2 eyes done. So his nose then, just in the middle of these 2 eyes, down a bit, curves around like this first. So that's like the bridge of his nose, and then the top of his nose curves back this way. And then we can see just the nostril just here. So he's looking real serious, and he's got a real small mouth, sorry, right underneath that nose. So we just curve it up and down, like so. Now we can do his chin, just down here. So we just do a real pointy chin, like so. This comes up to his jaw, both sides, like this. And then we're going to bring it up towards his ear then in a different angle. So it comes to his jaw point and then changes direction up there. We do the same on the other side then. Change direction and up, like so. And we will keep this side going, and we're going to leave a gap on this side. Just in the picture I'm drawing from, you could go both sides if you wanted, but just, I guess, it gives the picture a bit more difference on both sides. So one becomes his ear and there's a gap here, and the other one does a full line. So we'll do the ear side first. So it just comes up from there, curves around like this. And the other ear is just like this, same, and they're in line, just about. Comes down like that. Don't worry if they're not perfectly in line. One could be slightly higher than the other. His head could be maybe tilted or slightly moving a bit. And of course inside there then we have the lines for bones and ligaments. That's like the easiest way to do it. You could leave it like that if you didn't want to do much more, or you could add a few more sort of darker sections. You know, there could be some hatching in there, like this. And just a few more lines just to show all those bones that are inside the ear. Now, so his symbol that's on his forehead, we start with a spiral, spiraling around like this. And then this tail gets longer. And then it becomes like a spike. So it becomes like a spike here. And then it spikes out like this. So it kind of looks like a fish's tail. And then this comes back and touches back into that spiral. And then in there is all dark. He's a few symbols outside this, so we're going to do one here. It's like a triangle. Comes down with a point, like that. And then it's dark inside here. Don't worry if it's not exactly like mine. I've seen his symbol different in other drawings, so I'd say the artist changes it every now and then. The next one has a curved line, follows the symbol, and then up, and it has spikes like this going on around. And then you fill it in dark black. Like so. Now, so then his hair comes up from just beside the ear here, comes up all around towards the middle, so we're going to spike it up. It's got hairlines in it, coming across, comes around down to a bit of a point just here, just above, say, where that scar is. Then we have a curve for a fringe, and this is going to come back this way. Next one beside it, this is going to come back up. Towards the middle of his head, about here. Now this is going to spike all down like that, and then we have a piece of hair that comes off like so. Now, so the rest of his hair then that goes all the way around his head, start from the ears, so we're going to bring it up like this first. The other side just curves up a bit more, like so. And then he has some pieces of hair sticking off, and then a big piece of hair that comes down in 3 sections on this side. So we'll do this side first. So we'll spike it down, like so. This one then curves up, spikes down. And then we have like a bigger spike just, let's see, starts here, comes up like so. And then we're going to bring the big spike down. So we're going to go up. Then we get to the top of our page here, or wherever you are on your page, and wherever you can fit them in. It's going to turn down. It's going to come down this direction now. Like this. And then this spikes back into there. And then it's going to come down again. And then all the way down towards nearly his ear here. Nearly the level for his ear. And then this spikes back up. Comes back again. Back in. And then connects back to the other side of his head. Now, so we can move down to his neck. Remember, if I go too fast, guys, just pause the video. So we go down to his neck, and we will draw in 2 sidelines for that neck. just there, coming out really close to his jaw. And then he's some neck muscles just in here. Then there's just some shadow underneath his chin, so it's like hatched kind of shadow lines. You could leave these if you wanted to color in a shadow, gray, or if you were doing sort of manga style, you could add these in, of course. Totally up to you. Many different ways of drawing. So then the collar of his uniform just comes out from behind his ear, just here, like this. Same on both sides. One out there too. And then we come down towards his shoulders, to about here. Same on this side. And then inside, we have the inside of that collar, so it curves around like so. Inside here too, like this. And then this is going to continue down all the way to near the bottom of the page. So it's going to curve down here, same on the other side. So it's like a circle shape. And then this is going to come all the way down, straighter, like that. And then in there we have some muscles. So we have his top of his chest and his collarbone just here, like that. Then this one come across and down. Middle line for his chest, just here. And then the bottom of that just curving here. And then again with some sort of shadow hatched lines just there. He's got a few more just for his trapezius muscles up here. And then some more hatching just there. We can see some abdominal muscles just in here. So a line across there, a line down here, two little lines just across the top of those abs just there. Now, so the rest of his clothes, some of his armor that he has on his arms, we can see a little bit of it. So the rest of this collar is going to come all the way, follow down around to about here. And it's got a white edge, so I gotta add that to this section as well, like that. And then we can go down, same on the other side, all the way. Boom, you're just following that same shape. In there he has two symbols, they're kind of curving circular symbols. So we have a bump like this, and it sticks out like so on both sides, and then it curves around the bottom, and it has a black circle inside with two lines coming off it, just like that. Same on the other side. So you start again with a bump, then you give it arms, and then the bottom, like that, and then a circle with arms inside again. So then his shoulder, his shoulder on this side is going to just curve down like this. This meets the top of his armor. I can only fit in a little bit, but if you can fit in more, feel free to work away. So top of his armor comes up to there, down to the bottom of my page, and then there's some ridges and bumps for that, showing the different types of armor he has on, and then it comes across his body just to there. He's going grabbing his sword in the picture I am drawing from, so his hand is coming across his body. Now on the armor there's just some bumps like this, just showing, I guess, some detail on it. You can do as much of this as you want. or none. Something like that. You can add as much of that as you want. Right, so then his other arm is up. It's holding Meliadas's hand that he's cut off, I think. So his arm is up, so his shoulder's up, so it comes across like this. It's higher than this one. And then we have the armor that's on this arm, just here. And then his armpit comes out here on the other side, and his body comes down there. There's some of those details on his armor here as well. So you just add in this frilly sort of edge to it. And then there's some circles, details, patterns on the armor with some hatching every now and then, just to show that it's metal maybe, and it has some scratches or marks on it. And then he has just some patterns on his shoulder. So we have, I think it's probably the same sort of symbol again, but just changed slightly. We do something like this, and then it has some lines inside like that. And on the other side as well, so we have a box like so, big circle, and then a box at the bottom. And then some inside lines like we did on the other side as well. And of course, if you're colouring, his uniform is red in the anime, but black in the manga. So you decide, whatever way you'd like to colour it. Thanks for watching again, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.